Welcome back. Recently, the Spanish tourist magazine Infortursa praised the Egyptian tourism, Egypt as a tourism destination or a touristic hub. And there was a very important tour by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli just 2 days ago, in which he inspected and in details all the final touches of the gym or the Grand Egyptian Museum, as he was accompanied by many top executives, topping the list His Excellency Minister of Tourism, also the Governor of Giza, and the General Supervisor of this mega project, the gym. To shed more light on this issue, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Mr. Yehia Abdul Qader, our tourism counselor. Thank you very much for being with us, Mr. Yehia.
Thank you, Ms. Anna. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir. Well, let's start, sir, with this tour which I was talking about with Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, who said that he is very keen himself to witness or to inspect and in detail the final touches of the Grand Egyptian Museum. And he said that after its inauguration, it's going to be a gift to the whole world with its treasures of the old Egyptian civilizations to the whole world. Well, tell me more about that and the importance of these tiny details of the gem before its inauguration.
Well, actually, Prime Minister Dr. Madbouli, like with the professionals of tourism and antiquities, and he visited the Grand Egyptian Museum and he made a tour with the responsible in charge of the whole development of the project. And
General Atif
media
Muftah,
as
I
well,
think?
covering the tour, and Mr. Mustafa as well. And they checked all the preparation for the grand opening of this icon of the, like our millennium. So, inshallah, soon is going to be opening, and there are demand of travelers and world media and travel writers lining up worldwide to come, and check out, this great exhibition that has 100,000 artifacts of antiquities dating back over 4,000 years ago.
The main hall alone falls on 22,000 square meters, in addition to 2 halls totally dedicated to the belongings or the artifacts of King Tut. With this, is it going to be the biggest museum in the whole world? Would you please collect my info?
That's quite true. Like a visitor needs at least 3 days, to tour the facilities. The whole collection of King Tutankhamun, which is over 5,000 artifacts, 5,600. You need like a half day, to tour the only its collection, but you still have lots of, like antiquities. And as I said, there is 100,000 artifacts that has been lining up for the past 2 and 3 years. And we remember that some boats, like the great one, has been, like entered into the museum, and that they are assembling, the second one to join it as well. Mm-hmm. So it's a great collection. It has great facilities, like museums, auditoriums, children facilities, souvenir shops, restaurant, presentation. So it's a great project. It's only like a museum, but it is...
This was my common question, because Mr. Prime Minister also inspected the walkway which is connecting the museum with the pyramids area. So it's going to be an integrated renovation of the whole area, in addition to the mall affiliated to the museum, in which we are going to sell replicas of our monuments to be such souvenirs for our guests who are going, inshallah, to come from all over the world to visit the museum. How do you see this, and how do you see the keenness of the state to renovate the whole area to be suitable for hosting this wonderful mega project we have?
Well, really, the government has been working tirelessly for the past 10 years to upgrade the Greece Acropolis. Like it's the only unique location in the world that has all this historical background and findings and treasures, and memoranda as well. So really, we've been doing so well with the international expertise, with the association cooperation with the Japanese government as well, and we have a great restoration and conservation labs, that can do like a variety of artifacts to keep it and update it and reserve it as well.
In
And
addition
conserve.
to being an, in my humble opinion, educational institution, because there is a special department for researchers and for the restoration students, if we can call it this way. And I think with our fruitful cooperation between different universities all over the world and our universities, of course, it's going to introduce such a remarkable or high quality educational service.
It is, it has, like all the state of the art, like technology and innovations of our times, like for restoration and conservation as well. It has facilities for presentations, for groups, like special groups. We have, like the collections, like the prehistoric one, as well as the, like all the 30 dynasties of Egyptian history. So really, it's a great, like memorabilia for the whole world to recognize its heritage, civilization, and knowledge that has been stored in one location, which is the Grand Egyptian Museum, linked to the Great Pyramids of Giza as well, and the sun boats that, like commemorates, like the legend and the mythology of Cheops, King Pharaoh Cheops, so that, there is life after death, and, he's going to join the stars and go for the Day of Judgment and like settle in paradise, So really, it's a great story, like for us and for the whole world as well.
Yeah, and because of that, of course, it's not something strange or weird to find many of the tourism magazines worldwide or tourism very high-profile institutions worldwide praising Egypt as a wonderful tourism destination. True?
It is, look at the latest editions of the National Geographic, the TripAdvisor, the Expedia, the Booking.com. All of these, like sites, like Modern One, are ranking Egypt as a must-see, like for the year 2024, because of the many attractions it has, the Cairo, Luxor, Aswan, the Red Sea resorts, Marsa Alam, Hagar, and Sharm el-Sheikh, and the Alamein developments as well. So really, like Egypt has unique products that can serve and provide, like leisure activities for international visitors
But we also hope and expect
nationwide.
in the same time, but we also hope and expect in the same time that after the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum, it's going to be another leap, and it's going to include a lot of, different types. All age categories, charter trips. We are going also to have concerts, inshallah, in the museum. And we should prepare from now how its inauguration will be a wonderful, unforgettable day. If you want to elaborate on that too.
Well, really, yesterday Egypt is participating in the BIT, like the Milano International Fair for 3 days, and last week, Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, he held a press conference in Madrid where he attended the FITUR, like International Tourism Exhibition, and he listed that Egypt, like airline capacity has increased by 35% versus, like 22. That's why we secured, like last year, 15 million visitors, and inshallah, we expect like at least 30% increase in 2024
Inshallah.
based on the opening of Grand Egyptian Museum and doubling our airline capacity as well.
Well, Mr. Yehia Abdul Qader, our tourism counselor, thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. These things made us very proud to be Egyptians. In fact, this country is the gift of God to humanity at large. By this, we come to the end of our breakfast show today. Stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more updates. And for more details, please log on to www.nileinternational.net. Many thanks for watching. This is Nermeen Abdurrahman signing off.